Jessica with Guns and Lights here, and I'm super excited to be talking with Stephanie Hayden of Discovery Sons of Guns for an exclusive interview. We recently asked our fans who they would most like us to talk to, and we're not surprised that the answer from a huge majority was that they wanted to hear from you, Stephanie. I've heard you.
And I am absolutely flattered.
Aw. Our fans do love you. I've heard you describe yourself as just a girl whose dad owns a gun store that's on TV. But your fans and I know better. We see you as a woman, mother, wife, and daughter of a Marine, willing to put yourself out there to inspire and empower women to learn to shoot. How did you begin shooting?
My dad got me started when I think I was about 5. He argues with me and says I was 6 or 7, and I swear to him it was before that, because by my 7th birthday I was already shooting. So, but really, he just brought me out into the country and decided that was the next tool I was going to learn how to use. He had already taught me how to do a bow and arrow and things like that, and I had built my own blow darts and stuff well before then, but that was the beginning.
Well, and of course, the question we get most often from our fans at Guns and Lights is, when does the next season begin?
And I can finally give you that answer, March 21st, and I just got that info like last week when I went up to Georgia, actually, over to Georgia. Sorry, I do a lot of traveling.
Mm-hmm. Is the filming complete for the upcoming season?
Well, it was, and then we found out that we get to do an extra surprise wrap-up episode. They basically left out their film timing of their schedule or whatever was done before we were done with something we were doing, and they didn't want to miss it. So they're coming back, and they're gonna come back and finish up and do one more episode for this season. So this season will run 9 episodes instead of 8, which is pretty cool.
Very cool. So we've got something surprise coming up, I see. All right. Well, can we...
Yeah, and honestly, there's a lot of people in the industry that have kind of already figured out what's going on. But for a lot of the other people, they'll be excited.
Well, that's cool. So lots of new Red Jacket creations in this season?
Oh, definitely. And, I really have to say this season, of course, we did all the guns that you're used to seeing, We've had some really big stuff in. We've had some pretty intricate things in, too. We never know what actually makes the show. We just know what guns we've done over the last year, basically. So they filmed us doing all kinds of stuff. But there was some pretty big inner turmoil within the company over the last year that we really had to push to work through, and we just wanted to come out stronger and better through it all, and we finally we worked on that, so I can't give away too much, so I got to quit talking before I say things I shouldn't.
Nope, I don't want you to get in trouble. Those are new topics. When it comes to women's self-defense, do you have a favorite handgun that you would recommend?
Ah, man. See, handguns are so personal. I don't like recommending a handgun because if I say, I carry a FNH 40, it's amazing, it's got a great trigger to it, it's a good power for me. At the same time, my best friend, who is about 5'4", 115 pounds soaking wet, she can't shoot my gun, And I don't want a woman to ever feel like she was intimidated or she's not strong enough or she's not anything enough, because she is. And I want them to know that it's a very personal thing. Go to a range. Try out a bunch of them. Bring a girlfriend. Bring a trainer. Do not bring your boyfriend. I'm telling you, every woman I have ever trained that has come in and done classes with me or anything like that, they've all told me the same thing. My boyfriend just made me feel so bad about it. And that's what you want to avoid, So I always suggest, go out, find what fits you, and go with someone who's going to make you comfortable. And honestly, Right. Honestly, as long as they're going and shooting and trying, I will give them every bit of hope and motivation I can.
Definitely. Well, we're working on a new project here at Guns and Lace that we'll be announcing pretty soon, so I'm really excited about that, and it's right along that vein, so keep an eye out for it. But, one of my favorite things about the show is that you have a very close relationship with your dad, and I'm sure you know I'm a daddy's girl. So tell me a little bit about your relationship with your dad and the bond that the two of you have.
Well, here's you said it was an exclusive, so I guess I'll give you the part nobody knows. I didn't grow up with my dad until I was about 9, or 10, 12, something like that. Between the ages of, where was that? Actually, it was between the ages of 9 as well that I wasn't with him. And these are very influential years in a woman's life, and I think that actually contributed to how close we are, because I had that initial, I grew up daddy's girl as a little girl, but once you hit 12, you're hitting that teenage spurt and all that. Well, he came in and he was more my friend. He was a leader in my eyes, but not necessarily like how most girls look at their dad,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at him as if it wasn't like I had to listen to him, but I wanted to. I didn't have to go visit him, but I wanted to. And it got to the point where literally I was with my dad more than anybody, just because of the type of person he is. He's just one of those really giving, amazing people that just, if you ever get to sit and have a real conversation with him about anything enlightening, he speaks to your heart, he really does. He's so open and real, and just, I don't know, it calls us to have one of the best relationships that I've ever had with anybody.
That brings me close to tears. I'm very, very close to my dad, and honestly, I am who I am today because of his empowerment and trusting me. So that touches me very deeply. I hear you have a new tattoo.
I do have a new tattoo. You must have seen my Facebook page.
Yes, I did my research.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a fan of the ink. I like getting tattoos by amazing artists. And this one was actually done by Jimmy Coffin. If you are a fan of LA Ink, the show with Ted Bundy and all that, he was one of the tattoo artists that wasn't on the TV show. He didn't want to be. He just wanted to do his work and stuff like that, Being on TV is kind of a interesting part in a lot of people's jobs, So I got to actually finally, after about 3 years of me and him talking about going to do this tattoo, I got my tribute piece for my dad. And it is 2 hawk feathers wrapped around by a piece of leather and 2 wampum beads, which is the beads that the Native Americans in my tribe used to do all their decorative things. And it's right behind my ear. Most painful tattoo I ever got. But I kind of figured if it's a tattoo from my dad, it's got to be a pain.
Sure, exactly. You got to have that reminder, too, to keep you in line.
You're right. Actually, my Dad's always been big about not getting tattoos where other people can see them if you have a T-shirt and a pair of jeans on. It's a professionalism thing, and I completely understand it, So when he found out about the tattoo and I told him it was behind my ear, he got so upset because I didn't tell him what it was or who it was for yet. But he was so upset. He's like, why would you do that? You can't put things on your face and your head and all this stuff. And I was like, Dad, hold on, look. So I showed him the tattoo, and then I told him what it was about and everything, and he literally actually cried. I was like, oh. So he was like, I love you. He just hugged me for like 20 minutes in the middle of SHOT Show. It was really cute.
Oh, did you get it while you were at SHOT Show in Vegas?
I sure did. I got it in Vegas.
Wow. Goodness, you should have called me, girl. I'd have gone with you.
Oh, right on. Well, we didn't know we were even going to be able to actually do it until, last minute. And we were, fighting, getting back to the show and all this stuff for certain times. And, it was crazy.
It was definitely a crazy show. We're still reeling from it, honestly. We still have a lot of production and things that are coming out with relationships that we made there, so I'm really excited.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, SHOT Show will keep you busy for about the next year until the next SHOT Show, usually.
Exactly. Exactly. So I know that you and Kris have an exciting new project that you started this past year called IAC. And tell us what IAC stands for and what it's all about.
Oh, I'm sure y'all can guess what it stands for. It's a cannon. We couldn't figure out what the heck to name it, and it ended up, oh yeah, y'all saw that on last season. Kris was just like, screw it, call it a cannon, so. But we are a defensive training facility, group. I have basically 5 or 6 trainers. Hold on, I just got rid of one and just hired. We've got 6 trainers now. I'm trying to keep up with the new people. Basically, you can come in and learn just about anything. We do archery classes, muzzle loading classes, hand-to-hand combat. What me and Kris really concentrate on is the fun side of it, though. I let the instructors do all the crossing the T's, dotting the I's stuff, and me and Kris are running war games. Oh, basically you come out and you can shoot airsoft wars with us. We've got a 2-story indoor facility. It's all lit up and everything. You've got monitors. We drop smoke bombs, all that kind of stuff. So it's a very realistic, simulated airsoft game, basically.
Very cool. I want to come play. I said, I want to come play.
Well, yeah, come play, girl.
Yeah, that sounds a lot of fun. Well, I really believe in the importance of the Second Amendment and teaching shooting skills, especially empowering women to learn to shoot. I actually finished up my NRA cert rifle and pistol this year, and I'm starting to teach. But you and Kris have been doing a lot of appearances, traveling for the show, the new project, and of course being a wife and a mom. You seem to balance it all very well. Do you have any advice for me?
Hire good help, and it's hard to find. Honestly, man, everybody gives me a lot of credit for, holding it all together and all this kind of stuff. Thing is, man, I have got the best teammate I could ever imagine. Kris is just incredible, and without him, I couldn't have done all of this. And besides just Kris, my whole family's behind me, We have such support within each other that, it really is kind of a beautiful thing. I see so many families that can't even talk to each other, and mine freaking jumps through hoops to do whatever they can for all of our family. And without that type of relationship within each other, man, this would have never happened.
Well, and again, I relate so much to you. Just, our whole family is involved in my efforts, and we have several other things going on as well that our Guns and Lace fans don't know about. But it truly is about everybody coming together and working hard.
Really is. There's another part of it. I always just tell people, everybody always says somebody should do something. Somebody should make this happen. You're somebody, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything slow you down. There is a way to do anything that you want to do. You just have to believe it and be willing to work your ass off for it.
Exactly. Well, and another thing that I love about your family and Sons of Guns is the effort that you put into recognizing our veterans. And can we look forward to more episodes dedicated to our heroes?
Oh, definitely. We've always got veterans coming in. It's most of our clientele, to be quite honest. Thing is, a lot of the weapons that you guys see, a normal civilian cannot own that. So whether or not you know all of the background of the clients, a lot of the guys you're seeing are vets.
Are they?
Whether we say it or not. They don't like it when you sit there and make a big deal out of it and all this kind of stuff. I don't know why. But, I kind of get it. My dad's like that, too. You try to talk to him about anything about the Marines, and he's just, that ain't nothing but a job. That's me taking care of my people, And I love that. But at the same time, you want to show that respect and that appreciation.
Right.
But yeah, we've got a lot more coming with a lot of veterans programs. It's actually on my to-do list for one of the IAC. Yeah, well, see, one of the big things that me and Kris wanted to do for IAC, there's a lot of vets in the South that most of the vets in the U.S. are in Tampa, that are homeless and they need medical help, they need food, they need shelter, they need a lot. But what they need the most is a friend. Somebody that they can talk to, confide in, that can help them do things, get them back and forth to work if they need it, get them on their feet. me and Kris had this idea, basically, that we're wanting to put a extra facility into our large facility, basically, that gives them a place to stay, gives them food, gives them a job, and none of it costs them any money. It's a really big project, and it would take me a really long time to go through all of it, but it is in the works. So as soon as we get it moving a little bit better, I will definitely be in touch with you to give you the scoop on that one.
Yes, and we'd love to help in any way we can. So just keep me in the loop, and if there's something we can do, we will definitely be there for you.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, Stephanie, I'll let you get going. I know you're really busy, and I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me and share some of these details with our fans as well. And we just really believe in everything that you're doing, and it's all a very important cause for everybody. So, again, thank you so much. And
thank you, ladies.
So we will talk soon, I'm sure, and I got to plan a trip out to Louisiana to be able to go play, because this sounds a lot of fun.
You better have your taste buds ready for some crawfish, too.
Oh, it sounds amazing. All right, girl.
We'll talk soon, honey.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye.